Hey guys, J77 back finally after being ill for almost a month. My voice hasn't fully recovered yet. That was one of the main reasons why you didn't see any videos, because I couldn't talk. And you can't talk, you can't make videos if nobody can understand what you're saying. But I am better. My voice is getting much better. You will start seeing videos flow in pretty much immediately. I got a lot of stuff I got to catch up with. But I do want to talk about one story that has hit the Star Wars universe hard. And from what I'm reading, there really isn't no explanation as to why they decided to change the guards. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about here, JJ Abrams, who was stated to take over the Star Wars trilogy, is not actually taking over the full trilogy. In fact, he's only doing one film, which is kind of surprising considering how pumped up J.J. Abrams were. And even though this is Disney's decision, obviously, it is very clear that now we will have a new director for the last two, or at least the next two Star Wars films, which is 8 and 9. And who is that director? Rian Johnson. Now, in case you don't know who he is familiar with sci-fi before. According to the article here, you guys may have heard Looper. He was the writer-director for that. And other films that was in there. I believe he was involved with Chronicle. So in the sci-fi aspect of things, he is experienced. But again, it has struck me kind of surprising that they will announce this so quickly without we haven't even seen any glimpse of the first one other than the images they have thrown out there. This is a movie that Disney is really pushing hard. It's really thrown a lot of stuff out there. I've been getting a lot of criticism, both positive and negative. But the one decision that nobody had criticized was the hiring of J.J. Abram to take over the helm for the next Star Wars films. Now, again, it doesn't really say much here in the article that I read. I will leave a link below, as well as any other extension article that comes to this thing. But it says, "Really have I seen a revival of a film franchise such as much as the favorite Star Wars? Amongst the hot young filmmakers who grew up loving George Lucas' original trilogies, in a bombshell move, I am told that Lucasfilm is making a deal with Looper writer-director Rian Johnson to write and direct episode 8 and 9. Essentially, that means that the intention for Johnson to take the baton from J.J. Abrams, who has gotten the space franchise off the ground and is right now helming Star Wars Episode 7. It also says there's not too much more at this point, but it is keeping keen with Disney's and Lucasfilm's strategy of entrusting the Bible franchise to the best and brightest writers and directors, including the spin-off films that they have been announcing all over the place. So this is a big move. Okay, this is a very big move, and to me, I'm not upset. I'm not surprised. And the reason why is changes does happen. Directors does change. Maybe it's possibility that J.J. Abrams just said, you know what, I'm only going to be able to do one. I can't do two. My schedule just won't have it. Maybe he has announced that in his own words that he wants to just move on for sci-fi period and do something more on a television level. Remember, he's a very multitask director and producer, so his schedule could be pretty much piled to the brim, where even if he wants to do another Star Wars, his schedule may not allow it. But again, it is sort of a big turnaround. Especially if you was expecting J.J. Abrams to do 3 films. Now, does it mean that the change of directors mean that J.J. Abrams has a falling out? I don't know. I will have to look at more information to get on that. But for what I'm reading here is that it does look like Disney wants to, change it up, and see what is going on. The writer of this article is Mike Fleming Jr. I will leave a link to his article, but I'm also going to keep tabs of any other stories developing around Star Wars, because a lot of people, both on YouTube and those who have followed this franchise in a more critical level, are very concerned about the franchise. I'm not concerned about it. Yeah, Disney has its hands on it, but not as much as you think. And to me, if you've seen Marvel right now, even when Disney have taken over, it doesn't seem like they you don't see the influence of Disney. It is a different entity, it's a different films, and for me, that's just fine. I can live like with that. My only concern is what storyline are they going to follow? Are they going to follow the Star Wars universe, which was already put in place, not just by the Lucasfilms, not just by the prequels, but by writers of the novel series that stretch almost 30 years? Or are they going to just completely ignore all that and just do their own thing, which is a standalone series, has nothing to do with the book series, and just go from there? That's the main thing I'm concerned about, because we honestly don't know where they're going to go with this. We really don't. We can only guess, but that's just it. It's pure guessing. So believe me when I say that having the person who's directing it is the least of my concern, especially when we already seen that JJ Abram, who's a proven sci-fi director and knows how to tell a story when given the right material. And we also have the guy here who did a hell of a good job with Loopers, as well as Chronicles. So why I'm going to be concerned about that? Let's see what the story is, and if I sense the story is that's going to be as good, if I see a trailer that shows, then I'm concerned, then I'll be concerned. But for now, I'm not concerned. I'm not concerned at all. What's your opinion about this? I'll leave a link below. What you're feeling about it, and tell me. I'd like to know, especially if you're a Star Wars fanatic. I'd like to know what you're feeling on it. But until then, this is J77 saying take care, be safe, and I'll talk to you soon.